I built a SaaS product demo with Supademo AI. Here's how it actually went. Now, most of you will agree that explaining a SaaS product is anything but easy. You can use screenshots, record a long screen video, or schedule a live demo. The problem is that screenshots lack context. Videos are hard to navigate, and live demos don't scale. So today I'm going to try an AI-powered tool called Supademo that could create an interactive product walkthrough that I'd actually be comfortable sharing with customers. Now, an honest disclosure before we go ahead, this video is sponsored by Supademo, but I'll be sharing my genuine experience using it from start to finish. Supademo lets you record your screen and turns it into an interactive walkthrough instead of a traditional screen recording. Viewers can click through the steps at their own pace, making it useful for onboarding, product tours, support documentation, and sales demos. Enough theory, right? I wanted to build a demo to test the tool myself. To begin, I signed up with Supademo. Doing so was super easy. Creating the first demo required using Supademo's Chrome extension or the desktop app. The app is available for Mac as well as Windows. I like that both interfaces are clean and straightforward. Was not much of a learning curve, which is always a good sign. The desktop app is useful if you want to capture your entire screen or native desktop application. Chrome extension is for recording browser-based software or SaaS. The product I chose to demo using Supademo here is Trello. It is a SaaS product. Now, since Trello runs in the browser, I decided to use the Chrome extension. Before jumping into the recording, I spent a few minutes exploring the dashboard. Thankfully, it doesn't feel overwhelming. The platform is organized around a pretty logical workflow. You start by creating demos and videos, then move on to sharing them. And finally, measure how they're performing. That makes it easy to understand where everything resides, even as a first-time user. The Supademo section is where all your interactive demos are stored, while videos keep your regular screen recordings in one place. If you're creating content for customers or teammates, you can bundle multiple demos together using showcases, or organize them into searchable knowledge bases using demo hubs. There's also route hubs, which lets you route viewers to different demos or resources based on their responses, making the experience feel much more tailored and personalized. One feature that stood out to me was demo agents. Instead of simply sharing a walkthrough, these AI-powered agents can qualify visitors and help them discover the right demos and supporting resources by just talking to an AI agent, which could be useful for sales and customer success teams. Finally, there's an analytics section where you can track how your demos are performing once people start viewing them. I didn't have any viewer data yet, but it's nice to know that those insights are available once your demos are live. With that overview out the way, it was finally time to build my first interactive demo. Since the goal was to test out Supademo, I wanted a product that most people would already recognize. Trello felt like a good choice. I started the recording directly from the Chrome extension, selected the recording area, and within a few seconds, I was ready to go. Supademo lets you choose the type of demo you want to create. The default option is a guided demo, which captures screenshots every time you click, and short video clips each time you scroll to create a step-by-step interactive walkthrough. Every click you make becomes a separate step in the interactive demo, complete with automatically generated hotspots, which are little text boxes that annotate each step in your walkthrough. That's the mode I'll be using for this review. If you need something more advanced, there's also HTML cloning, which creates a much more interactive pixel-perfect version of your application's interface. You also get Sandbox demos where viewers can freely explore a cloned version of your product instead of following a predefined path. Let's go back to recording our very first demo. The first thing I captured was Trello's built-in tutorial card. From there, I opened the inbox and created a new task called Supademo Review. I added some details and basically treated it like I was showing a new teammate how to organize their work. I also opened Trello's navigation menu to show how you can adjust your view. That's it. I stopped recording at this point. Now let's see what we've created. Supademo automatically turned those actions into individual steps instead of one long video. This already feels much more useful than a traditional screen recording because viewers can move through the walkthrough at their own pace. Before moving on to the AI features, I made a few manual improvements myself. It's mainly because I wanted to check the level of customization you're allowed to do in Supademo. I rewrote a couple of hotspot descriptions, updated the branding with my own logo, customized the buttons, and generally polished the demo so it felt ready to share. None of these edits were particularly difficult, and the editor itself felt fairly intuitive. But I was still curious to see how much of this work the AI could handle on its own. AI interests us all the most these days, doesn't it? Well, Supademo offers an MCP server that connects with AI assistants like Claude, Claude Code, ChatGPT, Cursor, and Copilot. I decided to use Claude for this one. The setup itself only took a couple of minutes by following the documentation. I simply copied the shareable demo link to my Supademo, pasted it onto my multi-step prompt, and asked Claude to clean up the entire walkthrough. Claude started reviewing the complete demo as per my prompt. It rewrote the hotspot descriptions to make them more benefit-focused, suggested where the zoom effects would actually help instead of adding them everywhere, and even generated conversational voiceovers for every step. Now, as I didn't allow anything in settings already, it did not immediately change everything without asking, but you can change that and give permissions in advance, obviously. Claude walked me through each suggestion, let me review the changes, and I approved them one by one. After approving the updates, all I had to do was refresh the editor, and the new hotspot descriptions, zoom effects, voiceovers appeared inside the demo. That's great, right? With everything updated, it's finally time to see the finished result.
New to Trello? There's a quick tutorial right here that'll get you comfortable with the basics in no time. Your inbox is right here. Whenever you're ready to add a new task, just click Add a Card in the Today column. Hit Add Card to save it. Click on any card's name to open it up and see all the details at once. Click into the description field to jot down notes, context, or instructions for the card. Click Dates to set a deadline so you and your team never miss something important. Use this menu to switch between your inbox, board, and planner, or hop over to a different board. Click here to open the board switcher and jump between all your Trello boards in seconds.
Now, the demo feels much more interactive, right? The zoom effects were also nice. They made the overall experience easier to follow. Now that we're done, it's all set for sharing. Sharing this demo is a one-click thing. If you want, you can also embed these demos directly into your website, documentation, knowledge base, or even tools like Notion, making them much easier to reuse across different parts of your business. After spending some time with Supademo, I think it does a good job of solving a very specific problem. Creating product walkthroughs usually involves a surprising amount of work. You record the screen, explain what's happening, edit the video, add annotations, then hope people actually watch the entire thing. The feature that impressed me the most was definitely the MCP integration. Fortunately, I tried it after making some manual edits. However, for next time, this feature can remove a lot of the repetitive editing for sure. I also liked how approachable the product felt overall. Recording process was simple, the editor was easy to navigate, and most of the platform follows a logical workflow. Even though there are additional features like showcases, demo hubs, route hubs, demo agents, and analytics, I never felt like they were getting in the way if all I wanted was to create a demo. That said, I don't think this is a tool for everyone. If you only need to record your screen every once in a while, regular screen recorder might be enough. What's funny is that Supademo actually has a screen recorder in their extension, which is always free and offers 50 4K videos compared to Loom's 5. But going back to making interactive demos, the real value starts to appear when you're repeatedly explaining the same product, onboarding new users, training customers, or supporting a sales team. That's where interactive demos become much more practical than sending another long video. In other words, SaaS product owners, this product is definitely for you. Product reviewers, bloggers, tutorial creators, or anyone like me, this product is definitely not for you. Now, if you'd like to try Supademo yourself, I've left a link in the description where you can get started for free. And if you do end up using it, I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.